And these are the things that I mean when I say it's different than being polite and nice to actually being welcoming. If I'm standing in a curling club with Charlotte, and if we bring some of our friends through, there are friends of ours who've never curled, but they happen to be people who are white or people who are not of color. And they'll be standing at the window skipping, and we'll be teaching them, literally showing them how the game is played. And we've been doing this for, about a decade now. And they'll walk up to us and say, so who are you visiting? Who are you here to watch? Like, they never assume that we're the club member. They never assume that we're the curler. They look at our novice friends who we're bringing into the fold and assume that they're the curlers who brought us to spectate. That is what I mean when I say it's subtle. It's subtle. It's like, wow, I've been on the board of directors at my club. I volunteer. We do all the things you're supposed to do. We check all the boxes. We are contributing members of our society. But yet and still, when I'm window skipping, I'm assumed to be the outsider, and my brandy new friend who has never even seen the sport, who I'm literally explaining the sport to, is assumed to be the curler. And those are the ways that the sport lets you know that you're not part of the predominant group. You're not part of that situation. And that's at my home club, right? In my hometown. We go to places outside of that, and it magnifies or it's amplified. And I'm not sharing this with you for you to go, oh, that's a shame. And sympathy isn't the goal. It's just simply to point out that these are the little things that you don't see happening. And that if you understood what that felt like all the time, and I just want to be there, curl, play, have fun, just like everyone else. I don't always want to be an ambassador. I don't always want to be a coach. I don't always want to be like the person who's teaching people about this, but it is what it is. So when you talk about being friendly and welcoming, I want you to think about those moments. And are you the person who assumes that this person doesn't belong? Are you doing that? Because that's how that subtle expectation of non-belonging translates into people who, unlike Andrew, Sabina, and I, maybe have had some negative experiences. We did it anyway. A lot of people have been lost to this sport because they had that experience and they gave up. Mm-hmm. So how many more of us would there be if they didn't have to go through those challenges or surf those barriers? That's the question I think I'd like to ask.